Okay, she's probably gonna cut it out, but she just cursed at me.
I did.
Good afternoon.
I will own.
Like cursing. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Toad TV. It is Friday, June 28th. And it's almost time for lunch because Helen's stomach is gurgling.
Nope, that was just the water going down.
Helen's body is making some interesting noises. Anyway, we are the Crafty Toads, and we are the creative hands and minds behind Toad Hollow, where we dye yarn and make project bags. I am Mary Beth.
Helen.
You can find us all over as Toad Hollow NJ, and we just finished filming another podcast, which you may have seen already. This is a special one for new yarn.
Yes, we usually do our shop update at the end of our knitting podcast, but we got a lot.
Yeah, we got a lot of new colors.
So we decided to break it out. They're all going up on the website, but it is also for those of you going to Stitches Midwest. This is an idea of all the new colors that we're bringing with us to Stitches Midwest.
Yes.
There will probably not be a whole bunch of new colors going until after Stitches.
But we've got, 12, 16 new colors right here. So we've got lots.
Yeah, if not right here, plus the ones that we put up last week. So.
Right. So lots of new colors.
Unfortunately, we have no lovely assistants this week.
No.
It's just us. They went home. However, we will probably be able to get through this a lot faster.
Okay, what should we start with?
Let's do the Jane Austen.
Okay, we have had several people ask us if we would ever do a Jane Austen collection, and we did. We have done one. So we have named these after her books. This one. So this is our first Jane Austen colorway. It is Pride and Prejudice. And, oh, I love it. I love it so much.
So you've got pink and gray, sage green,
some gold.
Some gold. It's just, and it's all faded and vintage looking.
I tried to think about the colors of their dresses.
Yeah.
And how their dresses would look together.
It's got a very Victorian feel.
Yeah, so there was that one. And then this one is Emma. And this one just reminds me of like a garden tea party.
Yeah.
And the lighter summery dresses. So that is Emma. This is Sense and Sensibility.
This is just the perfect neutral color.
Helen is not a huge fan of brown, but when it looks like that, I love that.
Yeah,
I think it's so pretty.
I mean, you can just put it with just about anything, and just have this be your color, and then you put your pops of color in.
Right.
So
there's that, and then this one is Persuasion. If you watched the other video, you may have seen Helen's going to be working in this. But this one, I was going more towards their wintry dresses because they're a little bit more saturated in color and a little bit heavier fabrics so that the color appears darker.
You know what? They look like velvety dresses.
Yeah.
They're colors that you chose. So, love it. So I'm going to be knitting a Magpie Intention sweater out of this.
And all four together look like that.
Jane Austen collection.
The Jane Austen collection. There's a dog walking by. They have gone to say hello, giving him his marching orders.
This is Spike's block. So these will all be in the shop by the time this video is uploaded.
Yep. All right, here, give those to me. I'll put them over here. All right, next collection.
We'll go with Charlotte.
Yeah. There are times when you're dying for something and it doesn't come out the way you wanted it to. I originally tried to dye this for Eleanor Oliphant and it came out completely wrong for her. But this is what Eleanor Oliphant finally turned out to be, which is perfect. Absolutely perfect. This, not so much. So this started as Eleanor Oliphant and then...
And it's a gorgeous color in its own right. Just not right for Eleanor.
It's not perfect for her. So we were thinking, what would it be good with? And then we decided it would be really good with this. So we decided to make a Charlotte's Web collection. This is Some Pig. For those of you that know our shop, you may think that that looks a little bit like That'll Do Pig, and that's because it does. But
That'll Do Pig is now Some Pig.
yes, we are moving That'll Do Pig into our collection, and it is now part of Charlotte. So that's Some Pig. This is Terrific. This is Humble. And this is Radiant. Those are the 4 things that Charlotte weaves into her web so Wilbur can read them. I'm trying to get it on top so that you can see all 4 of them together like that. Okay, so that is our Charlotte's Web collection. Radiant.
This one is coming out kind of blown out, sorry. It's a very light tan brown.
Yeah. So we thought that these 3 together were really cool, and this grounds them.
Yeah.
And, you know, sort of brings it back down to, you do this as the base and you've got pops of color type of thing. That is our Charlotte's Web collection. So those 4 will be up in the shop.
And then we have
Several 5-star read collections.
Yeah, so these are just getting added to our 5-star reads.
Here we have this one too.
Oh, okay.
Because that one is part of the 5-star reads.
Right.
All right, so
Okay.
which would you like to
We'll
start
start
with?
with Guernsey.
Okay, so this is the Guernsey Literary Potato Peel, Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. A book that we both adore.
This was our first ever audio book.
Also, if you haven't seen it, the Netflix, the movie they did with Netflix was amazing.
Yeah.
And it's all about the Guernsey Isles and during the Second World War and the Germans occupying them and that sort of thing. And it's
Excellent book.
It's a fantastic book.
So it's just kind of, you know, when you think about, it's they have nothing during the war, so
Right.
they have to eat the potato peel
Right.
pies, and this is just kind of that destitute sort of,
But I love it.
yeah,
I actually showed it
Very
in the last podcast because
subtle.
I'm trying to decide if I'm making a sweater out of it. And sister number 3 just sent us a link to another sweater, another t-shirt sweater, and now I know why I have 3 colors.
So it appears that we are going to be knitting
5.
5 sweaters in this summer. I wonder where I've heard that before.
Yeah. But these are all short sleeve and cropped, so that there's a chance that we might actually finish one of them. Okay, so that's Guernsey.
Okay, then we have Blue Lily Blue.
This is part of the Raven Boys series. There are 4 books in the Raven Boys cycle.
Of the 4 books, Blue Lily Blue is by
My
far
favorite.
our favorite. So, love the series, but we went with Blue Lily Blue. So it's just blues and yellows and white.
It's so bright and colorful and gorgeous.
Summery.
Yeah.
Then we have Bel Canto, which is the book by Ann Patchett.
This is not a book that we have read recently. This is a book that has been in our top 5 favorites
For,
ever.
let's go with a long time.
I think it was my mother that read it first, right?
Probably.
And gave it to
With the
us.
opera, yeah.
If you have not read Bel Canto,
There's a movie coming out.
this is... Nobody should do anything to ruin any part of it. This is a book that moved me so much.
This book
So
gave
much.
me a physical reaction.
Yes. Yes. And it is wonderful. Ann Patchett is an amazing author, and this, I think, is her best book.
Yeah. So you got greens and pinks and blues. So that's Bel Canto.
Oh, I love that so much. All right.
Then we have the Where the Crawdad Sings. So this was also in our last podcast because I am knitting a sweater out of this, hands down. So we both adored Where the Crawdad Sings. And we went with, the inspiration was the great blue heron. Because she sees all the birds and everything, and the blue heron
It
is
takes
one of
place in the marshes of North Carolina,
So-
and some of the shorebirds that are there, and the great blue heron plays into it.
Yeah.
And we thought,
It's just,
we saw a picture of it, and this is perfect. This colorway is perfect. And it's also perfect for the book.
yes.
I think it just fits the book so well.
Yeah. Just soft grays and peaches. Love it. Cannot wait to cast that on.
Yeah.
And then we just finished listening to Daisy Jones and the Six.
By Taylor Reed Jenkins. I know this because I had to look it up last time.
Cannot recommend this one enough, the Audible enough.
Love it.
And there is a song
That is very instrumental in the book.
in the book called Honeycomb. So this is Honeycomb,
And we're going to name it Honeycomb
as opposed to the name of the book.
as opposed to the name of the book.
Probably
Not only
because
because of the colors, also, I mean, I think the colors work so perfectly with Honeycomb, but the
Right.
colors also work so perfectly with the 70s, because
Yeah.
a lot of it takes place in the 70s. And if you think about a really, really dated 70s kitchen, these colors are all the
But
way
they look really nice in the color scanning
but they're
yarn.
gorgeous together.
Also, I'd be willing to bet somewhere down the line some of the other songs will have colors.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Aurora's going to have
Yeah.
a song.
So,
A colorway,
color.
I mean.
so this is Honeycomb for Daisy Jones and the Six. I just love this one.
So do
And
I.
come fall,
I was
I may do
really,
something where I'm holding this double and
I was really tempted to do that as one of my colors, but it has the colors of my Novelli in it, in the golds and the brown, so I didn't.
the reason I didn't is because it's so hot and it's just too dark a color for me.
So now, if you knitted that double, would you do it with brown?
I don't know. I think I might hold it double with itself.
I see. I think I might hold a double with
I
like
don't know
messenger.
whether I don't know whether I want to marl it and ruin it.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a dilemma.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dye it in DK, and I'm going to hold it single and make a sweater.
There you go. There you go.
There you
It's
go.
beautiful. All right, those are that's our update.
Yep.
We are now going to go list all these so that by the time this video gets up, they are all ready for you if you would like to purchase any of them.
Yes, the afternoon is editing and listing.
Yep.
So,
And as Helen said, these are the colors that we are going to be bringing with us to Stitches, along with all our other yarns.
all of that.
Right, but also we have several piles on the table of Acorn and Mr. Carrisford and Sarah Crew and some of the others that are our standards that we have also re-dyed and are restocking in the store so that everything will be
Yeah.
ready to go.
Acorn and Goldfinch have been
Adder
relisted.
too.
Adder, we had some of Adder, so Carrisford, Sarah
Messenger.
Crew, and Messenger. So the Little Princess is back.
Right,
So yeah, go to
Yeah.
the shop.
we're filling it up.
Shop. And
And now the next thing that we have to do is make a whole bunch of bags to fill up because
Yeah.
that side is getting very low. So we got to do that.
new bags to do.
Yeah, Helen's got a new plan.
Yes.
I'm frightened.
Just have to get it going.
Right.
All right.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful week.
Yes, stay
We will
cool,
see you.
everyone.
Next week we will be doing a floss tube update, but before then, I'm pretty sure we've got a book tube coming too.
Yeah, booktubes this weekend, and 4th of July is next week, so happy 4th of July.
My goodness! I feel like an old lady rocking in my chair singing my goodness.
If you need some knitting and
Yeah, that's not going to happen right now.
the sound of the axe going. The
Okay.
guillotine. Okay, we will see
Madame
everybody.
Defarge is saying have a lovely week, and we will see you next week. Bye.